we're posting our most popular video ever, or in the middle of filming our least popular video ever, people always come up to us and they say, Jeff, Joe, what have you learned in your YouTube experience?
Well, we've learned that videos that are earnest seem to do a lot better than videos that aren't. So we're making our most earnest video possible by talking about our favorite Ernest movies.
That's right. If you don't know who we're talking about Ernest P. Worrell, played by Jim Varney.
Probably the greatest fictional character ever created in the history of film and cinema.
He was really good.
Really good. I couldn't think of another character that's better.
That's better than Ernest?
Yeah.
No.
So we're not really gonna rank them. We're gonna talk about our favorite Ernest movies. And in the interest of being earnest about it, we want to be honest with you guys. We haven't rewatched these at all. In fact, I can't remember the last time I saw an Ernest movie.
Years. I mean, I'm quoting them constantly, but...
Yeah, well, how can you not?
Right.
I think the last time I saw an Ernest movie, it was Ernest Saves Christmas, and it was freshman year of college. It was on TV as I was waiting for my parents to pick me up to go back home for Christmas break.
Is that right?
Yep, so that was 2003, so 12 years ago is the last time I saw an Ernest movie.
Well, the last one I saw, I don't even remember, but the one that I know best is Ernest Scared Stupid.
Yeah.
I love that one.
Yeah,
But we'll save that. We're going to save that for the
best one
ranking.
for last.
Yeah. Alright, so there were 9 Ernest movies in all, and in the interest of saving us some time, we know a lot, went straight to video later in the career of Ernest.
Slam Dunk Ernest, straight to video.
Oh, yeah. But that was a slam dunk in the box office. Like, if it went to the box office, it would have been a slam. Yeah, it would have been a slam
On
dunk.
HBO, it did really well.
That's right.
For the kids.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was in that
He played
one.
an angel.
Oh, who would have thunk it, dude?
He played an angel who finds the conceit of giving Ernest magical shoes just as stupid.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, the whole plot of that movie is, even the movie admits that it's dumb.
Yeah. It was worse than Flubber. Ernest Goes to Camp. Is that what we're going to do? Okay, that one ranks...
So I would say that one, being like the first Ernest movie, it's probably the best one.
Yeah.
Right?
Because after all the True Value commercials and everything, that's where it all started out. Like, he came out, bam, I'm at camp. I'm Ernest, I hang out with kids.
At camp.
Yeah.
And this was a time, and we'll talk about it a little bit more.
Right.
And Scared Stupid, but this was a time where a grown man could hang out with a bunch of kids.
And their parents wouldn't ask any nagging questions.
No one would bat an eye.
Like, did he diddle you?
Yeah.
You know?
Did you get Duggered by Ernest?
Yes. Oh, that Duggar guy. Yeah. He is the worst.
He's a bad person.
Oh my God. Between the bravery of Caitlyn Jenner I saw this week and the despicableness of this dude.
What do you remember about Ernest Goes to Camp? Because there are 2 specific things that I can recall.
I remember Ernest going to camp, right? And he was really excited. Was he the janitor or the bus driver or was he counselor? Oh, was it internment? Yeah. Jeez.
He was a counselor, wasn't he? Wasn't he a counselor?
I don't know if anybody would trust him. No, I think he was a bus driver.
Why would he hang out the whole time if he was just a bus driver?
What else has he got to do?
Yeah, make a good point.
I remember turtles dropping with parachutes and biting some guy on the nose. I remember that.
I remember one scene where there's a turtle on Ernest's nose, and they're all singing...
Oh, was a turtle on Ernest's nose?
Well, that scene happened too, but earlier in the movie, there's a turtle hanging off of Ernest's nose, and they're all singing, Imagine me and you.
Oh,
no. Me, no matter how we cast the dice.
It had to be.
We can't sing anymore, we don't own the rest of that song, we'll get sued.
Oh, yeah.
At least I think that's the song they're singing. To get the turtle to, like, fall asleep and let go of the nose. And then... Because I think the plot of the movie was there's some billionaire tycoon.
Oh, the plot wasn't about the turtle biting.
They actually had more of a plot than these turtles biting noses. But I think, if I remember correctly, the plot is there's some big oil tycoon or billionaire dude
wants to buy the camp.
Who wants to buy the camp and level it to build a mall. And it's actually built on like an Indian reservation.
Oh,
so
I've got my reservations about his rights to do that.
And so one of the scenes I remember is that, at least it's the last scene, the millionaire guy is trying to kill Ernest, like he's shooting
with a gun?
He's shooting him with a gun, and earlier, like, Ernest is like the one, or he's some sort of Native American...
Oh, that's right. He gets raised to the ranks of deity of some sort, right? Yeah.
And so he's like in...
It's pretty racist.
It is, a little bit.
Okay.
Well, it was the 80s.
Yeah, right? Yeah, you could do anything.
But he's like invincible. And so this guy is shooting Ernest point blank. He's literally like 5 feet away. And Ernest is just walking towards him. Nothing's hitting him.
Oh, yeah. It's just going away.
Yeah, well, it's just like he's just missing. He's just a terrible shot.
I see.
Essentially, this
Pulp
old
Fiction
man
style.
is just a terrible. He's just. They don't show him like doing that, but you have to assume.
He can't. Yeah.
Because Ernest is literally like 10 feet away.
Now, talking about getting away with anything in the 80s, and it might be early 90s, did you see King Ralph?
Yes!
Yes. Remember when the ambassador from Africa came? I don't know if it was any specific, maybe it was Nigeria, I don't know what the country was.
Yeah.
And he challenged him to spear chucking?
Yes!
Like that is...
So the next one, the big holiday classic, Ernest Saves Christmas.
He straight up saved it, yeah.
The only way Ernest can. For some reason, Santa gets arrested. I don't remember why.
I think some Jewish cop arrested Santa,
Just
if
out
I
of
remember
spite.
correctly, yeah.
Just out of spite.
He's just so angry, you know? Yeah.
He's just like, I hate Christmas.
Right.
That's really where the war on Christmas started.
Yep.
Was this movie.
Yep, way Ernest...
The arrest of
saves
Santa.
Oh, yeah, now they arrested Santa.
Yeah.
What did he do wrong? Was he just acting crazy and they didn't like him? Or?
I think he was trying to convince people that he was Santa Claus and they thought he was an insane homeless person.
So they locked him up.
I think they thought he was a crazy homeless guy and locked him up.
I could see that.
Yeah, with the beard.
How did Ernest not get locked up? Because he seems like a crazy homeless person, too.
He does, too.
Except I guess he's got a steady job.
He does. He's a janitor.
He is. Is that it? Yeah.
I think so. I think he's a janitor in every movie. So maybe he was a janitor in the camp. Going back to
Maybe that's it.
Maybe. I don't remember a whole lot about Ernest Saves Christmas.
No.
All I know is that he saves it.
There were elves. I remember they exploited a lot of short people
There's
for that
elves,
one.
yeah.
Sparks coming off of the
sleigh.
The sleigh, yeah.
There's the one scene where he's going straight down and it looks like he's gonna fall, and then it stops, and he turns to the camera and goes, "Airlock."
Air brakes.
And then there was a girl. He had a love interest.
Did he?
I think so.
That's strange, because, you know, you never think about him
don't
getting
think-
it on, like him
Yeah,
poking
the last
her
thing you want to think about is Ernest
banging.
getting a little...
That's strange.
It's rough. But
Especially around Christmas time.
Especially at Christmas time. The last thing I want to imagine is Ernest having sex.
Jeez.
Ernest goes to jail, which was, at the time, probably my favorite one.
Really?
I think it's because it was a little bit darker, and that was at the time where, like, Batman came out, so it was into more, like...
Now, he got framed for a bank robbery or something?
There was a guy
Uh-huh.
that looked just like him.
Oh, that's this one.
So the
Okay.
villain, yeah,
okay.
this is the one where the villain was Felix Nash and Reuben Bartlett, according to Wikipedia. Thank you very much, Internet.
Oh, yeah.
And then one of them looks just like Ernest. I mean, played by Jim Varney, obviously. And so he gets arrested thinking it's that guy. And then he at some point breaks out of the prison, and I remember the final scene. They're at the bank, he's trying to stop him, and he's got this floor
waxer. That's it. Yeah,
the floor waxer
yeah.
is doing something, but then isn't there something to do with magnets? Like, isn't he like on the ceiling at one point? I remember now.
Okay.
So he gets sentenced, essentially, Ernest gets sentenced to death.
Oh, yeah.
In this movie.
That's right, because on the cover of the thing, it's like he's getting ready to get electrocuted.
He gets sentenced to death. He doesn't die. All of a sudden, then he has electrical magnetic power. So that's where this thing starts sticking to his face when he's in the bank scene, and he's like shooting Mr. Nash or Felix Nash, whatever his name is,
with electricity.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. And that was sort of like one of my first introductions into like wanting to have superpowers.
Is that right?
I mean, there was Batman, but it was Ernest like electrocuting, basically being Emperor Palpatine, essentially.
Way better than Jamie Foxx, I'll tell you. That guy could not throw shots.
Jamie Foxx
that guy
was a terrible Electro.
Yeah.
Were there any scenes alluding to him getting like butt raped in prison?
There must have been like little
There's probably
hints
some
ones,
little like,
you know,
for the adults.
Like, yeah, throw him in the hole.
Yeah.
What hole? You know, that kind of stuff, you know?
Yeah. Throw it in his hole.
yeah.
And last one, and probably the best one.
The best one.
The best Ernest movie.
Ernest Scared Stupid.
Scared Stupid. Again, I remember this one, I think, had the best production value.
Oh, for sure. The troll was actually scary.
The trolls were scary.
You know, if you're a kid. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not that scared of it anymore,
No.
but kinda.
And of course, obviously, the whole conceit of this one is that Ernest is the one that causes all the problems. Well, I guess that's kind of the conceit of every movie, isn't it?
It's like his ancestors were just as bad fuck-ups as he is.
Yeah.
So, like, he had to right their wrong by wronging it even more.
Yeah.
And releasing this troll.
Who wreaked havoc on everyone. And I can actually remember seeing this in the theaters.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember seeing it in theaters.
We got it a lot on VHS, like
Yeah.
every Halloween.
Oh yeah, like
It was
every
a good one.
every year on Halloween I would watch it. That's not true.
And
Every
then
once in a
what
while.
defeated this evil troll, the best part was it was milk.
It was milk.
I remember distinctly, like, they're running around that haunted tree or whatever,
Yeah.
and there's like milk and kids are squirting it, and like
That's
Ernest,
right. They put in the super
in
soakers.
the super
didn't they?
soakers, yes, and
That's
I always
right.
want to do that. But then Ernest runs out of milk, so he grabs this woman's titty and squirts it at the troll. The troll's like, "Oh, titty milk is even worse for me than regular milk." That was the only speaking lines that the troll had.
The troll never said a word. Except when titty milk came
Titty
by.
milk came into the equation. He was all over it. He's like, "I must speak."
Why is he living in this giant tree?
I don't know.
Please stay away from the crazy Ernest guy.
Oh, dude. And then there was that time Ernest tried to fool the parents. He was like, "Oh, Jimmy's having Stouffer's dinner at my house tonight." And then Jimmy called his parents or whatever and said the same. It was weird.
Yeah.
You know, what was that Stouffer's scam? You remember that? Those kids on the commercial?
Oh, when they call each other because like
They call each
wanted
other's
to have-
parents because they want 2 helpings of Stouffer's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Our most earnest video today.
Oh, dude, so earnest.
Keep watching the Jeff and Joe Show for
Subscribe to it if you want.
Yeah, subscribe.
That'd
That
be
way
great. That'd be
more.
nice.
You wake up in your mailbox, you see, hey, a link to our latest video.
Yep.
And it'll be just as earnest, if not more so.
It'll be even more earnest next time.
Yeah. We'll talk about the other Ernest movies.
Yep.
We're actually just going to turn this into an Ernest channel, where we only talk about the Ernest movies.
They're so great.
They're fantastic.